Number 1. Your brain possesses a biological superpower that can literally heal your physical body using nothing but a fake sugar pill. For decades, medical science has been baffled by a psychological phenomenon that proves your thoughts can physically alter your biology, the placebo effect. In clinical trials, doctors often give one group of patients a real medication and another group a fake pill made of pure sugar, telling them it's a powerful new drug. Shockingly, a massive percentage of patients taking the fake pill experience real, measurable physical recovery. Their pain vanishes, their blood pressure drops, and their immune system spikes. This happens because when you fully believe you are receiving treatment, your brain chemistry changes. It instantly triggers the release of endorphins, dopamine, and natural pain-relieving chemicals, essentially tricking your body into healing itself through the sheer power of expectation. Number 2. If you've ever played a video game for hours and then started seeing the game blocks in real life, your brain was temporarily rewired. Sure. Have you ever spent hours playing a puzzle game like Tetris, Minecraft, or Candy Crush, only to close your eyes and see those exact shapes falling in the dark? Or worse, you find yourself looking at grocery shelves or city buildings and instinctively trying to arrange them into perfect rows. This is a documented psychological condition known as the Tetris Effect. When you feed your brain a highly repetitive, visually intense task for hours, your neural pathways become completely overloaded. Your brain assumes this game is a critical survival skill, so it continues to process and optimize the information even after you stop playing. It even rewires your dreams, projecting the game grid into your subconscious as your brain desperately tries to file the patterns into your permanent memory. Number 3. That mini heart attack you feel when your phone vibrates in your pocket, even though it's sitting on the table, is a modern neurological glitch. Imagine walking down the street, feeling a distinct buzz against your thigh, reaching down to check your phone, and realizing your screen is completely blank. In fact, your phone isn't even in your pocket. You aren't losing your mind. You are experiencing phantom vibration syndrome, a modern psychological phenomenon that affects up to 90% of smartphone users. Because we are constantly expecting notifications, emails, and social media validation, our brains have entered a permanent state of hypervigilance. Our neurological system mistakenly rewired our tactile senses. Now, whenever your clothes rub against your skin or your muscles slightly twitch, your anxious brain misinterprets the minor friction as a digital notification, creating a ghost vibration out of thin air. Number 4. If you ever find yourself in a dangerous emergency, you are statistically much safer with one stranger than in a massive crowd of people. We like to believe that if we collapsed in a busy public square, hundreds of people would immediately rush to save us. But decades of social psychology reveal a darker, counterintuitive truth known as the Bystander Effect. Statistically, the more people who witness an emergency, the less likely anyone is to help. This happens because of a mental phenomenon called the diffusion of responsibility. When you are the only witness to an accident, 100% of the pressure to help falls on your shoulders. But in a crowd of 100 people, that responsibility is psychologically divided into tiny fractions. Everyone looks around at each other, assuming that surely someone else who is more qualified, braver, or closer will take the lead, resulting in a terrifying collective paralysis where everyone stands still and does nothing.
Number 5.
That eerie, goosebump-inducing feeling that you've lived through this exact moment before isn't a glitch in the Matrix, it's an optical lag. We've all experienced it. You walk into a new room or listen to a specific conversation and a sudden wave of familiarity hits your chest. You are absolutely convinced you have experienced this exact second in a past life. While sci-fi movies call this déjà vu, neurologists have found a fascinating physical cause, an optical delay between your left and right eye. Your brain receives visual data from both eyes and stitches them together into a single conscious memory. But if you are tired or distracted, one eye can send the visual signal to your brain a millisecond faster than the other. Your brain processes the first eye's image, and a fraction of a second later, the second eye's image arrives. Instead of combining them, your confused brain mistakes the second image as an old, distant memory, creating the illusion of a past life when it was just an internal biological lag.
Number 6.
The least qualified people are always the loudest and most confident, while the absolute experts are plagued by self-doubt. Have you ever argued with someone online who clearly knows absolutely nothing about a topic, yet speaks with the unshakable confidence of a world-class professor? You are witnessing the Dunning-Kruger Effect. This psychological bias states that people with a low level of knowledge in a specific field suffer from an illusion of superiority. Because they know so little, they lack the competence to realize just how much they don't know, making them feel like instant geniuses. Conversely, true experts who have studied a topic for decades often suffer from low confidence. They understand the immense complexity of the subject and realize how much information out there is still left to learn, leading them to mistakenly assume that everyone else must know more than them. Internal biological lag.
Number 7.
Your brain will intentionally torture you by looping an unfinished task or an old song in your head until you finish it. Once, if you've ever had a random song stuck in your head for 3 days straight or couldn't stop thinking about an unfinished email at work, you are a victim of the Zeigarnik Effect. Discovered by psychologist Zeigarnik, this phenomenon reveals that the human brain remembers uncompleted or interrupted tasks much better than completed ones. When you start a task, your brain creates a state of cognitive tension, keeping that information active in your short-term memory like an open tab on a computer web browser. If you don't finish it, the brain keeps pushing the thought back into your consciousness, causing mental anxiety and sleepless nights. The only way to close this exhausting neurological loop, either complete the task or trick your brain by writing down a specific actionable plan to finish it tomorrow.